Hello, hello. That's me and my husband, Paul. He was actually my boyfriend at the time of the trip, but I'm making this video 3 years late, naturally. So some details of this might be different than in real life, but this is just a recount of our trip. I didn't do footage from everywhere we went, so it's kind of like spotty and put together, but I'll add photos throughout the way to kind of help tell the story. And obviously leave a comment if you have any questions about anything. So we did a road trip of the Wild Atlantic Way, but we started off in Dublin. And so that first day, we just got a ticket to the hop-on, hop-off bus to really just be able to see the city easily because that jet lag was real. But so we just kind of went around. We obviously had to go to the Trinity Library to see the Book of Kells and naturally didn't take a picture of it. That's fine. We went and explored some cathedrals, and now I'll shut up because this is the only part of the video that I added music to.
Here in St. James's Gate, we've been working with Irish barley farmers and maltsters for generations. Over the years, we've perfected the art of roasting at St. James's Gate. Roast at exactly 232 degrees. Any higher, the barley catches fire. Any lower, the beer won't develop its unique character. It's our roasted barley that gives Guinness its iconic colour, taste, and aroma.
Alrighty, hope you enjoyed that little tour. And now we begin the Wild Atlantic Way footage. So this is our first time driving on the other side of the road and on the right side of the car, which was exciting. But so we started off in Killarney. We actually took a train to Cork first and then rented a car and then drove to Killarney. So this is the high road, which leads to Charles Fort, which is right here. It's beautiful. It's kind of crumbling, which makes it, I think, even more beautiful. But it was an active fort back in the day. I mean, obviously, right? It was built in the 1600s and named after Charles II, who was on the English throne at the time. And it was pretty impressive by sea, but by land it was not. And after a 13-day siege, it fell. Here's some photos I took. And then I put the GoPro on top of the car for a lot of this video, so you'll be able to see like what some of the Wild Atlantic Way actually looks like. But so this is the Drombeg Circle. It, was created as all other circles are for different times of the day. It's like they call it a mini Stonehenge. And this was right near there, I believe. I wish I took notes, like diligent notes 3 years ago, but everywhere you go, honestly, it's just so beautiful. So we did a lot of little stops along the way that I'm not even sure if they have a name, but we were just admiring the beautiful scenery. Look at that blue sky. We were so lucky. And there's my hubby. Here's some PDA for you. Oh, what cuties. Me, 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 me. Okay, but so then we were driving through Killarney National Park. I actually don't even know if we knew it was Killarney National Park at the time, but it makes sense because it was so freaking beautiful. We were stunned. I'm a photographer, by the way, so those photos are in my art gallery. If you feel like purchasing any prints, I'll leave the link to my shop in the description, and you can check out if you want any wall art for your house. I would be so stoked and honored. Okay, but so now here we're driving again, and I just loved this road. I thought it was really pretty. I liked the trees, the tree lined. This is just a little random output that I really was drawn to. And then we went to the Derrynane House and Beach, and the house is special. I forget why. We didn't really spend much time there because once I saw that beach over the hill, I was like, holy shit, But look at that view. My God, is that not screaming Ireland or what? That was quintessential Ireland. This GoPro video is just a happy accident, but I love the time lapse of the sheeps. And there they are. They're all spray painted to show the ownership, I believe. And then we got to Kerry Cliffs. This was stunning. I feel like this was the very first time what we were like, holy shit, like we're in Ireland. So if you know about Scalig Michael, it's where they filmed part of Star Wars. And this is actually the viewpoint for it. So it is the two little points out in the distance. And you can see them in a second. I'll point them out right there at the top of the screen. You can actually take a tour out to go see them. But we opted not to do that. We just wanted to stay on the Wild Atlantic Way and really, really soak up our time there. But these cliffs are epic. The water is so tumultuous down there. We stayed there for quite a while. And now, where are we going to go? We're going to get back in the car. Oh my God. Paul and I were fighting so badly right here. But the sunset was beautiful and I really wanted to drive on the beach, but we were going to get stuck. And so he was like, we have to go. Our little car was a little piece of shit. Anyways, more pretty drives along the coast. Like, I just couldn't get enough of it. I was so blessed that I was able to sit on the left side since the driver's on the right. And the way that we were driving around the Wild Atlantic Way allowed me to be on the coast the entire time, for the most part. And then we got to, I don't know how to say it, Killarney Beach. This was stunning. It's on the Dingle Peninsula, I think. Maybe I just got that wrong. No, it's on the Ring of Kerry. Anyways, it's so beautiful. We got there really late, and I really wish we got there earlier because I could have just sat there all day. It was peaceful and beautiful to watch everyone down there sailing. Nope, I mean surfing. Anyways, here's just some more little pretty out things. We went to the Abbey and we had to pay for it, and we didn't really stay there that long. I don't know if I would recommend it. Maybe if we did more research. It wasn't really a spot that we were like, oh my gosh, we have to go. We just stopped in and, made the best of it. But okay, so the Dulo Valley, it's beautiful, but it has a really sad history with famine. So I definitely recommend doing some research on history throughout the area. I could tell you now, but I'm not going to. This is Ben Weehead, and it was so windy. I don't think the video does it justice. I was having trouble staying on my feet at some points, but it was gorgeous and epic, just like everything is. I wanted to stay out there longer, but then it started to rain. So we left, and we got a little sheep traffic jam. Look at these cuties. Don't you wish that I had music playing right now? Good boys. I feel like every single time we saw an animal, we just thought of our dog. And there's so many animals. I feel like I didn't include very many videos. There's 2, I guess, sheep videos, but there was horses and sheep everywhere, but it was so beautiful. This was pretty cool. I think there's some misconceptions online that this took 15 million years to make or something, but it's obviously didn't get formed up. There was a bridge that collapsed, I believe. You can fact check me on that. I'm probably wrong. Call me out in the comments about how much I don't know. Waterfalls everywhere. So gorgeous. Obviously, they're flowing a lot. It was November and rainy. And then this was the most epic part of our trip, which I loved. It was such a beautiful thing to end with. These cliffs, I don't think videos or photos do it justice. They were so beautiful. But I actually thought Paul was going to propose here, and it was the last day of our trip before we flew back to Dublin to go home. And he didn't propose. I was, so even though I was having such a great time and it was so beautiful, I still was kind of meh. So I see these and I just kind of have that triggering memory of are you not going to propose? It's all good. He's my husband now. But this was so beautiful. So after this, we did this the morning that we flew back to Dublin. And the Donegal airport, I'll end with a little photo from it, but it's so tiny and there's a beach right next door that you can walk along. It has trails through beach grass. And And it's so cute. Literally the same person checked us in for our flight and then checked our bags and then was the security person. It was the smallest airport and it was named the most beautiful airport in the world for like 3 years in a row, I believe. Obviously, fact check me again because I'm probably wrong about a lot of the stuff. But what I do know is our Ireland trip was the tits McWiggles, and I highly recommend the Wild Atlantic Way.